Hi there. My name's Chaney, and I just completed my first year as an assistant principal for Lee County Schools. And I'm very excited to talk to you today about rural school leadership. When a rural principal first accepts the responsibility of leading a school, it is much like when a mountaineer agrees to the task of leading a team on a hike of a lifetime to the top of Mount Everest. This will be no ordinary journey and will require certain skills from the leader in order for it to be a successful mission. In the same way, effective school leaders must possess intangibles that can help propel their school from mediocrity or even failure to a culture of success for all. The expedition leader is not an individual that runs ahead of the team, but instead they prepare the group prior to the actual climb, and they do most of the leading from behind in order to support even the most struggling member on the journey. Much like the leader of an Everest expedition must have a vision of how their team will reach the highest peak on earth, so must a principal have a vision that focuses on success for all students and teachers. Effective school leaders must also foster meaningful relationships with all involved in the school's journey, much like how an expedition leader must build relationships with each team member in order to gain their trust and help them better prepare for the journey ahead. Perhaps the most powerful similarity between the mountaineer and effective principal in rural schools is the importance that both must place on working together. Without the effective use and collaboration of shared leadership, both the Everest expedition and the mission of a rural principal will never be realized. If, however, a principal can prepare effectively, taking special care to include all of these important elements, they will share the same satisfaction of standing above the clouds with their successful school by their side. I truly imagine the journey ahead as one of the most exciting and challenging opportunities of my life. While the metaphor of a mountain excursion is simply that, it provides connections to my future role as a rural school leader. As I work to make my personal vision real in rural schools and the community surrounding it, I will operate from 4 key paradigms. Number 1, relationships matter. Number 2, decisions must be student-driven. Number 3, flexibility is key. And number 4, the whole is greater than the sum of our parts. Rural school leaders are asked to wear many hats, and it's an impossible job to do alone. Making connections with the rural community, finding ways to distribute leadership across the school building are both essential tasks to effectively managing all of the things laid out at principal's feet. I am confident that with a focused vision, a student-centered compass, and value placed on building relationships both in and outside my school, that I will make an excellent school leader in our district's rural schools, and that I will do all that I can to ensure success for all students and truly mean that all means all.